hyped if that happens. I'm so hyped. Weather Kingdom.
Yes.
If it makes landfall in North Carolina, you want me to give you live coverage like with.
Yes, that will be awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to go live. I'm going to get my introduction. Let me know when you guys are ready. No rush.
Wait. By the way, Weather Kingdom, before you go,
Yeah?
You're gonna have it. You're gonna have us on your stream, right?
Yes.
This is giving me Gene and Carl vibes for some reason.
What's Gene and Carl?
From 04, remember how Carl slingshot Gene into Florida?
Really? Huh.
Yeah, from 04.
I don't really remember that. I need to get my mind refreshed. But okay.
Right here.
Where's my stream?
Okay.
Carl slingshot Gene into like as soon as it passed like right over here.
Let me know when your stream ends because then I'm going to connect you guys to my stream.
Alright, if you're watching, thank you for watching. Weather Kingdom came in on the stream. I didn't expect that, and that's a huge honor, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you like TNA wrestling and you don't like the WWE, you're definitely watching the right channel. So you should subscribe if you are a big TNA wrestling fan and you don't like the WWE. If you like WWE, it's okay, but you're gonna like my channel even more if you don't like the WWE. We're the outsider type channel for pro wrestling. Anyways, I'm Kent Jones and I'm signing off.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. In this update, we are going to be taking a look at the latest 0Z model runs. I know I am doing another late stream, but I have been very busy, really focusing on some other parts currently right now of my life. But I also want to keep you guys updated on the tropics, regardless what time it is. Remember, I'm a night owl, so I can stay up for hours and hours and hours and somehow pull it off by the end of the day. But we have a lot to talk about. We also have a few special guests. I know we have Kent. So Kent, if you want to say what's up to the stream, hi, that would be very greatly appreciated.
Weather Kingdom, earlier you came on my stream. It was a huge honor to have you on. I didn't expect it, so it was a huge honor to have you come on my stream. I do a wrestling channel. If you don't mind, I can plug it.
Yes, you can. You're perfectly fine, too. Everybody, go subscribe to Kent. He is the man. You guys, his live streams are awesome. It's just like me. And you know what? Why not be subscribed to multiple of the Weather Kingdoms and, Pat's Pat Predictors, Weather People? Because you know what? When one of us is down and out, someone else can kind of pitch in and help out each other. So it's a very great community, and I honestly will say this year that I think this has been the most successful career-changing year for me. I have done absolutely as much as I could for this channel, and I've done a lot on Pat's Predictor. Also, Kent, you have been a massive help. LTW, you've been a massive help. Even Mia, Tristan, all of you guys have just honestly really supported me since day one, and it means a lot because I remember when I first started YouTube out, I was just all by myself, and I remember only seeing the view Raiders the ship going up to about 1, 2, maybe even 4 if I'm lucky. But it's an honor to have much more of a bigger stream platform than I used to. You guys, my fans, the people that help me out, you guys is honestly the motivation that just keeps me going. Even when I'm tired and I just want to go to bed, I was going to do that and skip the stream, but you know what? I'm like, you guys want it, and I'm going to bring it no matter how tired I am and how much I need my sleep. So we're going to be live. We're going to do it again, and we're going to do it tomorrow and beyond. What
Weather
did you?
Kingdom, it's not going to be long, and you're no longer going to need a 9-to-5 job. This is going to be your job.
You know, I'm hoping that would be awesome as my job. We have a lot to cover. So, we have some information. So, Gabrielle, it's still kicking as a hurricane, believe it or not. You know, everybody thinks that the wind shear is going to tear it apart, and honestly, it has done a very good job. It has been a very big ace producer. I guarantee you, we're definitely getting close to 60 ace now in the Atlantic, thanks to Gabrielle. But now we're going to be having a long track Humberto and potentially another storm. So this is going to be an ace producer, these systems coming up. So expect a massive increase in ace. Currently, as of 3 a.m. GMT timing, it's 85-mile-an-hour hurricane, Category 1, at a 978 millibars, moving east at 31 miles an hour. That is impressive to hold a hurricane status going that fast. So when we take a look... Yes?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh. Thank you guys. We just gained another subscriber, 811. I've seen a pretty good growth in everything on this channel. I very greatly appreciate it. Trust me, I put out all my effort on these live streams, videos, as much as I can do. But let's just take a quick look at Gabrielle before we keep going with the tropics. We do have hurricane warnings for the Azores. I know I haven't been too much on it. So, they do expect in the next couple updates to slowly weaken and actually be a 90 mile. Gabrielle's supposed to strengthen actually a little bit. It weakens to an 80 by 12 p.m. tomorrow, and then it actually strengthens almost back to a Category 2 hurricane as it's going right over the Azores, and then it's... Yes?
I said that is unreal. We're talking about this. And going into the Azores as a Category 2. That's crazy.
Almost a Category 2. A strong Category 1.
I just want to say something. This is actually historic.
Historic.
First of all, this is the first hurricane warning and watch of the year. And we're in September, so that should tell you something. About the season. Late September. Yeah, go on.
Can I talk about something? You kind of touched on it.
Yes.
When one streamer ends, the streamer begins. I have had this vision for a long time that we have pretty much not 24/7, but pretty close to being around the clock of news coverage, weather coverage. Because I really think if we keep on adding streamers, we could pull it off where we could go from one stream. I know Pat led into your stream one time. That was freaking phenomenal because it brought over almost 100 viewers to your stream. That was awesome. And I don't see any reason why we couldn't do that on a regular basis.
Yeah, I agree. But thank you for all the fans right now. We already have 40 people almost watching.
Dang.
And you guys have just been a massive audience. All of you guys have just really motivated me in my lows lately. I've been in a low lately, but you guys have just keep on motivating me. And honestly, you guys are my drive. When I wake up, when I go to sleep, I always think about this channel. I always think about what an awesome community I have created. And thanks to all the help with you guys, I honestly dreamed about this when I was younger as a kid to do something like this. And it's like, it's crazy. I actually get the chance to do it. So anyone that actually is younger and wants to do something, I'm telling you right now, if you believe it and you go for it, never quit. Because I never quit in the last couple years. And I finally am getting the results, and it feels amazing. And there's a lot of people out there that will quit before seeing the results. So just so there, a little motivational quote that I have seen that work for my own self. Honestly.
that 90% of YouTube channels quit 30 days before they get monetized. 30 days before they get monetized, 90% of YouTubers quit.
That's crazy. Anyway, back to the historical context.
Yes.
So, not only is this the first hurricane warning of the year, ironically in the Azores. Hello, whoever joined.
Hey.
It's also the first hurricane warning in the Azores since 2016. January
crazy.
2016 from Hurricane Alex.
History.
Yeah. And by the way, if Florida doesn't see a hurricane or tropical storm landfall, which it hasn't yet, then it will be the first time. Hope not, but if it does, if it doesn't see a hurricane or tropical storm landfall for the rest of the season, then it'll be the
First time?
It'll be the first time since 1967 that Florida has been cleared.
We'll have to wait and see.
Tropical storm or hurricane impact.
So I want to take a look at Gabrielle quickly as in some of the modeling. So this is the HERF.
Yes.
Generally, this goes right through the...
Hey, Weatherkin?
Yes.
Just like, are you sure?
What?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you, viewers, so it's like, just to let you know, these models are showing category 4 to 5 strength.
On what?
On storm.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that just right now. I'm actually talking about Gabrielle. We will be talking about the other areas because this is gonna be a while coming up weeks, in my opinion. This is gonna be it's gonna be a lot of moving parts. This is gonna be one of the probably most complicated forecasts for probably any, honestly, weather people out there. It's not an easy forecast because it's going to be one of those, if the models already struggle with normal storms, this is about to make the models go even more crazy. And remember, I guarantee you every day it's going to change, but there is going to be 2 storms. And we're going to be taking a look at that. So just bear with us as we're going to have to wait and see.
The AI model is absolutely crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. But first, let's talk about Gabrielle.
Yes.
You take the stage.
Thank you. So, this is the GFS model. This is Gabrielle as a category 1 right now. This is generally going to go into the Azores and strengthen potentially from a 985 to a 982 as it makes a landfall. And then it'll start to weaken. So, there is a brief period where it could intensify about 5 or 10 miles an hour. National Hurricane Center does show that, and then it starts to weaken, and it will likely become a tropical storm as it makes a landfall in Portugal. And exactly right now, the landfall spot is just to the south of Lisbon, or Lisbon. I think it's Lisbon. Lisbon. So that just makes the landfall just to the south. And do we have any No, we do not. So that stinks.
It will likely be extratropical, however.
Yes.
But the fact that it'll make it that far is pretty concerning.
And this probably will bring gusty winds. And do not worry about the Atlantic yet. I know you guys are like, what's going on in the Atlantic, my friend? We do expect some tropical storm force winds, 40 to 50 into Portugal, especially the southern part of Portugal. We'll be dealing with some gusty winds and some.
But get this.
Yes.
It will be post-tropical, is it?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yes, but it's still going to bring some impacts. It also
Today,
brings
yeah.
generally 3 to 5 inches in where it does make landfall, so be mindful of that. So probably a very sloppy day if you guys are in Portugal. And it's pretty impressive that Gabrielle, we're still talking about it, but that's the wrap up with Gabrielle, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated with Gabrielle.
Can I put some more input on Gabrielle?
Yes.
I just want to say I wouldn't say just Portugal should be watching. I think Spain, like from Morocco all the way to no, all the way to possibly the United Kingdom or possibly France, could see some impacts as well. Because there could be some rogue weather from the system that could impact it. So yes, Portugal is the main threat. I think possibly like maybe north of Lisbon, because it looks like the center is going to pass through Lisbon.
Okay.
Probably maybe Porto. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah, Porto. Is possibly going to see some possibly hurricane gusts. Spain could maybe see some flooding, maybe some landslides, because it's pretty mountainous.
Yeah, that's what I essentially am thinking. But
Yeah.
there's something that needs to be questioned right now.
Yeah.
Why did Gabrielle from the last advisory was 32A, from 33A to 32, it jumped 5 hours in the time zone.
Because GMT is a different time zone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it's a cross a difference. That's why. Advisory 33, that's pretty impressive also. But we got some other areas to watch that where I think a lot of the viewers are really waiting on.
Is it 94L? Or is it Humberto?
We're gonna be talking about both of them.
Oh wait! Oh shoot! I even noticed Charles from Humberto's peak could be 115.
We'll be talking about that in just a second. Let me just get all the information. I'm not in a rush, so don't worry. So as the 11 p.m. update, let me just quickly. As the 11 p.m. update, they have this as a 45 mile an hour tropical storm, 1,007 millibars, moving west-northwest at 12 miles an hour. So I want to read the discussion and everything. And yes, the cloud... Okay, so we're kind of going to read this. And yes, he is right. They are now expecting a major hurricane. Our next major hurricane. This will be our fourth or third?
Third.
Third.
Aaron, Gabrielle, and possibly Humberto.
Pretty impressive, you know.
And there is a possibility of 94L doing it.
Yes, I know.
But
pretty impressive that this is going to be our third hurricane and our third major hurricane, and potentially with our next system that we'll be talking about in a bit. Because this kind of all ties in. The forecast track right now they have is pretty alarming in my opinion. They have a big uncertainty. They have it moving slow in the next couple days. In the next couple days up to Friday. But it does be what?
It's gonna help it.
Yes. It does become a major hurricane with a huge uncertainty all the way from parts of very close to Bermuda and potentially all the way close as not the outskirts, but probably 73 west. And it's a very big cone here. That's understandable, but they do expect now major hurricane out of this. So it is pretty impressive that we're going to be talking about third major hurricane and our third. So already quality with these systems have honestly been pretty good in my opinion. So they do expect. Oh, I did not even see that. Thank you, DST, for the $5 donation. Very greatly appreciate it, man. Yes, too early to know. I don't buy into national hurricane hype. Okay. But we're gonna talk about the discussion here. And the cloud patterns of Humberto has changed a little bit in organizing over the last several hours. Some rudimentary convection banding features are evident, but cold cloud tops are rather fragmented at this time. Upper level outflow is being restricted over the western portions of the circulation, at least partial due to some outflow from disturbance 94L. So this is where both of these systems is going to have its ups and downs. Located near Puerto Rico, the current intensity estimate is set as 40 knots in agreement with recently received scatter meter pass. The storm center is not very well defined, so the initial motion is rather uncertain at 300/10 knots. Over the next few days, Humberto should steer generally west-northwestward to a northwest on the southwestern side of the subtropical mid-level high-pressure area. The steering scenario for tropical cyclone will likely become more complicated in the next 2 to 3 days due to interactions with the development system of 94L. The official forecast track is quite similar to the previous one and roughly in the middle of the guidance. However, due to the likely complications in the evolution of the steering flow, there is lower than normal confidence in the track forecast. That's very understandable. We're talking about two storms very close with each other, and we'll have to keep an eye. They also say global models suggest that there will be some relaxation in westerly vertical wind shear over Humberto in the next coming days. This, along with very, very warm ocean water temperatures and very moist mid-level air mass, should lead strengthening of the system. The system will probably become a hurricane in the next couple days and then strengthen into a major hurricane. The official intensity is forecasted in a reasonable agreement with the with the simple of the correction model of the consensus, including the latest FSU supreme forecast. So like I said, in the next 12 hours, this does become a 50 miles an hour storm, and in the next 24 hours, 60, 36 hours, 65, 70 miles an hour in the next 2 days, and then a hurricane in the next 2.5 days, and then a Category 2 in the next 3 days, and then a Category 3 in the next 4 to 5 days. So, very impressive, in my opinion. Remember, they say it's a massive grant. Thank you guys for all the support. We have 50 people watching. Very greatly appreciate that.
And I have gotten anonymous source from people on group chats on Twitter, of course, that the models are showing, of course, Category 4 to Category 5 winds.
Unreal.
So,
and if you look in the intensity model, by the way,
yeah,
we will show that.
I will be showing that in just 1 second. We're also going to be doing the discussion for 94L. So,
I just want to point out something.
Yes.
Can you take a look at my screen real quick? I'm seeing something fishy about this storm.
Can you wait a little bit? Because I kind of want to get done with some of the information, please.
Yes. Go on. Go.
Please subscribe. By the way, let's get up to 820 subs by 12 o'clock. It would be very greatly appreciated. So we're going to talk about Disturbance 1. Showers and thunderstorms have become better organized since yesterday and associated with a tropical wave center near Puerto Rico. The wave is expected to move west-northwestward around 10 to 15 miles an hour, spreading heavy rainfall and gusty winds across Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic through early tomorrow. All right. The system is then expected to slow down and turn northwestward when it reaches the southwestern Atlantic. A tropical depression is likely to form when the disturbance is in the vicinity of the Bahamas late this week. Interest in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and the Bahamas should monitor the progress of the system. In the next 2 days, they have a 40%. In the next 7 days, a high 80%. So that's the National Hurricane Center's blend of it. So I really wanted to show you guys the National Hurricane Center thing, that we kind of get a understanding of what they are thinking. So we'll have to wait and see. All right. When we take a look at satellite imagery here, by the way, okay, what has happened?
I have Dappy up, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of looking at this. So, we're going to take a look at Invest 94L first. So, when we take a look at the clouds here, what is going on? We generally have an... okay, interesting. We do have a wave. Okay, so what I can see right now is... okay, we definitely have a sharpening wave that is kind of being impacted by some land here. I would say generally in this vicinity, you can see the winds generally coming over Puerto Rico like this, and then curving back around into the Dominican Republic. So we do have a sharp axis wave. The thunderstorms are a little displaced thanks to some wind shear, but this is expected, and it's actually bringing some very unsettling weather across Puerto Rico, the islands, the Dominican Republic currently right now. Thank you, TL. Love you too, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. Hello. We're currently just talking about the tropics currently. I've been talking about it for quite a bit. But when we take a look at the true color here of the vicinity, what is going on in the current looks of things? There is a wave axis that is starting to move north of the islands. I'm going to like to watch this as of tomorrow night. But we do have some shear. That is not surprising. I'm going to be taking a look at the shear charts. And we're also going to be taking a look at that. Some shear right against the system. That's kind of blowing over like it right now.
Doing, I got to focus on these quakes. I'm 2 days behind.
Okay.
We're talking about the tropics here.
Venezuela.
Yeah, we're talking about the tropics.
Well, to be fair, one of the quakes hit... well, to be fair, one of the quakes I got to cover did hit in the path of Gabrielle, so there's that.
Okay.
And there was a... that's... yeah, there's been a few quakes hitting the Azores as of late, so...
Alright. Go on.
But I'm gonna hop off so I can focus on that.
Okay. See ya.
Alright.
Hey, Storm Chaser.
Hey, are we live right now? No.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
are.
Yeah, has anyone seen the 18Z
Ah.
GFX? No, the Euro, sorry.
I'm not looking at that currently. I'm kind of talking about the current, about these storms, and then I'm going to get into the models. I don't want to say too much about the models until I get there, that I can kind of dissect the models out and understand why they're showing it.
Right.
Something
That I don't create any hype or anything.
When you're done with your part on that invest, I kind of want to talk about that Porsche, that spaghetti mall.
Okay, I'll have to... okay. I'll let you know. That was the satellite imagery currently for 94L. The current dry air, and there is honestly not really any dry air mass in the vicinity, only in the Caribbean. There's a bit of dry air, but overall with 94L, it is pretty conducive with the wave access of pretty good mid-level, low-level, and upper-level dry air. Very moist in the atmosphere, so that's going to help it. I do want to see the progression of the shear on both of these storms, because that's going to be a very big talk. When we take a look at Humberto, it is a little bit sheared, but it's fixing itself, and I can tell that. So, how do I know? There is definitely deep thunderstorm convection, but when we take a look at the cloud tops, they were talking about it too, is there is a bit of shear coming from 94L's outflow that's blowing right into Humberto. This is why the forecast is very complicated at this given time. All right. Okay. Also, thank you guys for 20 over 20 likes. Very greatly appreciate it. RPM is very possible it's delayed in the future phase. It's me, Delta. What is your opinion on? Hey, Peter Moss. What's your opinion on potential center reformation and a large blowup of convection to south of Puerto Rico? Yeah, I was seeing that. I kind of want to see. I do not think so, but I'll have to really keep an eye on that. I'm gonna let you know.
I have it up actually.
Oh.
According to radar and possibly even satellite, you can see that the center looks to be right here.
I don't have it popped up. Let me look at my own radar.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Let me quickly just. I like to see on that myself. Huh.
So excited about the models, I can't contain me.
Go down like by the western edge of Puerto Rico. You'll see it spin. And it's not where the NHC put it.
We'll have to wait and see, because what I'm seeing with future radar on my own thing kind of shows a low-level center to develop just north of Dominican Republic. That's what the models also have. So it's pretty interested there. But let's get back into this storm. Okay. Okay, so when we're taking a look at Humberto, there is currently some shear, and like they said, it is limiting its westward side of the system. There is the low-level center, kind of actually trying to get wrapped around in some convection. Remember, the National Hurricane Center did say that the shear will die off on Humberto, and it should gradually develop and strengthen. But it does have very good outflow on this side here. It just needs to get that other shear out. And this is kind of off for the races. Another potential major hurricane contender. Very likely with Humberto. So, very interesting. Next named storm is y'all favorite, 94L. Will be the I name storm. If you guys have not known, the I name storm is known for impacting someone. It's the famous I name storm. And Humberto is also famous for hitting the Carolinas. So we got a double duo bad going on.
Humberto is famous for being being a hurricane every time, and it looks like it's going 6 for 6.
And I name storms are love to hit Florida for some reason. Ian, Idalia,
Isaiah is a good example to this I name storm, in my opinion. There's some talk.
I compare this to East. Well, I wouldn't say I compare, but like track is pretty similar. Could be pretty similar.
Yeah. So when we take a look at the current shear map, I like to take a look at this. The wave is. Yeah.
Do you mind screen sharing? On.
I might. Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
I can't screen share over here. My stream. If I'm ever streaming on YouTube, it will crash my.
Okay, so this is currently the shear as of right now. There is a bit of about neutral conditions for 9 of Humberto. You can tell by the arrows going right across it. But it is good for the outflow on its northern eastern side. but there is a little bit. There is a little bit of shear. All right. We also have shear on 94L. This is where our wave axis is generally right now. And it is dealing with about 25 to even 30 knots of shear. But this should die off as we get into a better environment. So basically what's going to happen here is this is going to move more out of this shear environment into the Bahamas. And this is where the favorability begins. We got a cyclonic outflow right here that probably will help 94L in its future. So that's very interesting. This is expected to stay around there and kind of help this storm out. And then this one should actually get into more favorable conditions and make its own cyclonic outflow. So both of these will have its own outflow, and it's pretty crazy. Also, thank you, DST, for the $10 donation. Also, we got 50 people watching currently. It is almost 12 at night. Thank you, everybody.
Weather Kingdom?
Yes.
Nothing is showing on your screen.
What?
It's only showing Discord.
Ah, let me reshare my screen on Discord. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Stop streaming. Let's
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about some of the model runs.
Yes, we will be. Okay, we good now, everybody?
Looking good.
Okay, thank you. So that's the current shear. So is there any questions for that? Let me know. That was Greek. Okay, yes, but it's in the eye. Okay, everything good. If you guys are new, please like. That helps to get more people engaged with the weather. The last 2 nights, we have pretty much crushed it. Even being live over midnight, we have crushed it. So I really appreciate you guys staying tuned and stuff. So the current shear, this is actually the past. We already looked at the shear. So what else is there? We looked at the dry air. Okay, so we kind of looked at the favorability currently with both systems. Now I think it's almost time to look at the models. So this is 94L. This is where they currently say the wave axis is between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. So that's very interesting. I want to see if we can get a satellite imagery and compare these two with 94L and see
Welcome, Zero.
Hello.
Welcome.
I just came back from my coaching earlier.
Nice. We're just taking a look at everything here.
I don't believe that that's the center anymore. I think it relocated.
I have to see. It is very interesting.
I can see it down
so
here.
Essentially, we would have. Hold on. Essentially, we would have to look at.
ASCAT.
Our Anatol. No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that because we need to go into more advanced stuff. So essentially, we need to go into our what we have to call the ATFFC or the automatic tropical system forecast. Essentially, we need to go into that, figure out where it's located, and it will tell us.
Okay.
How about microwave?
It will tell us where it's at.
The only thing is, I don't think the center. Look, I don't think it's going to relocate to the south of Puerto Rico because that convection is continuing to die off. And there's more convection blowing up in the part where the National Hurricane Center has. I think what happened is there was a massive blow up of convection and it kind of created its own mid-level center. Because when I look at the shortwave here of 94L, I do see there is a mid-level spin. But when you take a very close look in the low levels, there is hardly any low-level spin. And really where our real low-level spin is actually coming out in this direction here. You guys see that? Look at that. It's wrapping around right back in here. So it gets me thinking that our trough is generally right around here.
So the last time we got an update on this, it was 17.8 north, 100 about 67.7 west, and a millibar pressure of 1,011.
We got 55 people here already. If you guys are new, please subscribe. That will significantly help the channel. We have now 60 people. So that's awesome. Let's go to 820 subs in the next 9 minutes. Let's do it, you guys. I know some of you guys are new people. But
And check out
Yeah,
my
the
team.
circulation is near the Dominican Republic.
yes, agree.
I
So
guess that was.
I think it's time to
That far
yes.
south. Yeah, there's almost no low-level rotation based off of Dvorak that's south. So it's just dying mid-level circulation. It's nothing much.
Hey Pat, thank you for the $10 donation, man. Oh, thank you, man. Pat's Predictor is going live Friday night. I will be there. Hey Pat, thank you for the $10 donation, man. It means a lot. Thank you for all of you guys donating. It has mean absolutely significantly a lot. All the support lately has just been really, really thankful. W, Pat. Appreciate it. But I would like to take a look at the current status of Humberto with its forecast tracks here. And it's pretty interesting. They generally have it in the consensus of the middle of the models. And it keeps it like this, pretty much. This is expected to become a potentially major hurricane. Bermuda still watch this because I would like to see the evolution of this and the track. And also the current forecast strength. Pretty crazy here. Hey, thank you, DST. DST with the $10 donation. Thank you so much.
You want a forecast? You want an overtime lap of this? I'm in the middle of making one.
By the way,
Yes.
So the Haas and HMON models seems to trend more and more westwards, which is not a good sign.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that in the next little bit.
Hello, guys. Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Hey, Pat. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I just figured I'd pop on here real quick.
Yeah.
First of all, Weather King, did you check what I sent? Did you check what I sent you?
Yes.
It's official.
Yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it's official. I'm scheduling a stream Friday night about this. The reason I am is not earlier to work. That's the main reason, because I don't like to stream very late at night, or at least start to. When I did it in Hastings, it went okay, but it didn't give the best results, and I think starting it at prime time would be better. That's why I'm doing it mainly. But ultimately, what I will say about this is this. I do believe this system has relocated further to the south a little bit.
That's what I said.
I do believe it has, based on the recent evidence I can gather. I'm looking at the visible. Actually, no, high res isn't going to work. Water vapor.
Well,
True color will probably.
Hold on, Pat. There's a bunch of things that need to come into effect for it to see if it moved. First, we need to look at the automatic tropical system forecast first before we get this official. And if it did, then I'll give you. Hold on.
Okay.
I will give you credit, Pat, if it did.
Here's the thing I'm looking at right here. The main thing we shouldn't be looking at is we shouldn't be looking where the LLC is. We should be looking where the MLC is in this scenario, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
In this scenario, the mid-level circulation is what's going to be drilling down. What you have out to sea is the LLC develop and then the MLC develop on top of that. This scenario, we have a mid-level circulation, and yes, there is a low-level circulation to the north of it, but based on what I'm seeing with just checking visible true color imagery on this very, very quickly, it doesn't look as pronounced as it was previously. And another thing I'm noticing is there is significant outflow much further to the south than the previous center. Are you guys noticing that on satellite?
Yes.
There's a huge amount of outflow that has really popped up over the last few hours.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that
it's
is
also
something to
shearing
consider
storm.
as well. I'm sorry?
It's also, I think, Weather Kingdom, I think you said that, isn't it shearing the...
It's shearing Humberto a little
Humberto?
bit. Yes.
Which would not be ideal, because...
Okay, by the way...
Hold on.
Alright.
Wait. Yeah. Hello, Pat.
Alright. Which would not be ideal in this scenario, and I will tell you why. The more Humberto is sheared from this outer outflow over here, and even the inner outflow that's popping up right here, the further to the west this system will go, because Humberto is going to ultimately... It's going to be a scenario where Humberto could potentially strengthen slower than expected because of that unexpected shear. And what that would ultimately do is it would ultimately delay the Fujiwara effect to the point where it would not be nearly as effective as what we would want it to be. And ultimately, we could see a scenario where the western storm is actually stronger and pulling Humberto towards it. And that would not be ideal for the Bahamas nor the East Coast.
So let me get this right.
That's what the AI model's suggesting, right?
I'll have to look at Trevor. Go ahead.
Let me get this right, Pat. So you're saying that this storm is going to be the dominant one, but they're not right now. Is going to pull it and straight into America, is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Actually, it's misconstruing my point a little bit, not intentionally.
Okay.
Here's what I'm trying to say. Oh, what's up, Zero?
Yeah, so the latest GFS is rendering, and
yes,
94L is the furthest intense in all of the runs in this run.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be looking at the GFS. By the way, when you guys are talking, if we cannot interrupt, we can kind of, wait until the other person's done. That will be a little bit better, please.
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I'm saying right now, and model data just backed up what I was about to say. What I'm saying is that I think 94L is actually going to be the stronger storm out of this, based on what I'm seeing on the ground, because Humberto is being sheared. Humberto is not going to be strengthening as fast as I think a lot of people think it will. That outer outflow, had it not been as strong as it would have given it a better chance. But now we have a scenario where ultimately you have a new mid-level circulation popping up south of Puerto Rico. My theory is that is going to be the system that drills down, similar to what Debbie did back last year. You guys remember Debbie when it drilled down south of Cuba? It did it on one of my streams. And I think we could see a similar scenario with that. The LLC to the north is not nearly as pronounced as it was previously, and I think the MLC is going to eventually take over. Depending on how much time it takes for it to take over, we're not 100% sure. Another thing I want to note too is Hispaniola is actually not going to hurt the system. In this regard, it actually will help it. And it's a rare scenario where it does that, because it doesn't really have it really doesn't have a low-level circulation, at least as pronounced as one. And if that LLC enters Hispaniola and the mountains end up killing it off, that MLC is going to take advantage of it fully. And if it does drop an LLC on there before that part hits the Dominican Republic, it's not really gonna do that much damage to it, because it's gonna be more stacked and it's gonna be able to consolidate more, potentially over land, similar to what Laura did back in 2020.
This is interesting.
Allow this to drag further to the west and potentially pull it closer to the Bahamas and potentially Florida and the East Coast. That's my take.
The GFS is 90 hours out and is showing a much stronger.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and remember
also,
they recon. Yeah.
Yeah, so Humberto is actually quite weaker in the latest GFS,
which is what Pat's been saying.
Actually,
yep.
Let me look.
Maybe it was right.
The eye curse is back.
A little bit right about my theory.
Yeah.
It's got a chance to pull it on it, but maybe not towards America.
This is interesting. We're looking at the latest GFS, and Humberto does strengthen gradually, and it still does become a major hurricane. And I still think that's very likely, but it has that piece, where I'm saying the low level center is between Puerto Rico and the Dominican, kind of coming from tomorrow, coming north of that, especially as we get closer to midnight into the next morning. That vorticity by the 26th becomes more dominant just north of the Dominican Republic on the GFS. A lot more than the previous run, and also the 0Z runs actually got some help in the 0Z runs, because actually we had recon data scan this entire area for data for the models. So I would like to see how the 0Z model runs do, because it is with some recon data.
Which is what we needed. That's what we needed so bad.
A lot better too, which is what I really like to see.
And it does show a tropical storm to develop out of 94L, and also this to become Humberto to become a hurricane, and a very strong hurricane also still. And basically, in the next 66 hours, 94L is a tropical storm bringing impacts, pretty major impacts into some of the Bahama Islands now. Yeah. While Humberto is now a Category 2, almost becoming a 3. And then if you keep going in the next 72 hours out, Humberto is almost, actually, let's go to 96 hours out. Basically, this be 94L becomes its own hurricane and becomes potentially a strong Category 1 hurricane, while Humberto is a major hurricane. And with 2 hurricanes in less than 400 mile radius, I am very interested what the GFS is going to do, because I don't want to show it yet, but the European model also showing something like the 0Z GFS, and I feel like the Euro has done an awesome job lately of forecasting future trends quicker than the other models. Also, Peter Moss, thank you for the $10 donation. Very, very thankful on that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Pat.
Yeah. At 102, it goes more west.
I'm sorry?
At 102 hours, it goes more west.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. I'm also noticing something as well. The GFS 0Z has not taken into account one thing, and that is they're not taking into account how much this outflow is shearing Humberto right now, because it didn't start becoming more egregious until about an hour or two after the run initialized. It did start shearing it a little bit earlier this evening, but at this current point in time, it's a lot more noticeable, and it's a lot more of an egregious shearing than we noticed previously. So I did want to point that out and go, hey, this is something that GFS hasn't quite taken into account yet. And I still think that we're going to see this system slightly weaker than the forecast, at least in the short term.
I agree. I like to see how the evolving continues.
Okay, so I have my my models of what I think could happen.
I'm not going to show them currently, at least for today. Because I want to give it a little bit more time for the storm.
I personally think either one of these storms are going to become the dominant one. And it might be the last one.
But Pat,
go ahead.
Do you see my screen?
Let me see it.
I'm sharing it right now.
Yeah, I see your scenarios. What I will say about that is I think we need to wait for 94L to develop before we can draw any possible scenarios, because we need to see if that MLC is going to become more dominant. And I think it will, based on what we're seeing with observations.
I'm gonna say this. I still think 94L is gonna get yanked out right close to the Carolinas. I think we're going to see that pattern continue. I think it's going to get yanked out to sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the latest GFS likely will yank it out to sea.
Whoa!
I'm not disagreeing with that, but some of the spaghetti models are actually showing it hit North Carolina.
The GFS has a hurricane. Generally, actually, it has Humberto staying as a weaker Category 3, agreeing with the National Hurricane Center.
Yeah, if you ask me.
And then it has 94L kind of staying its strength. And honestly, very weirdly, becoming actually more of a wider threat. I mean, this is interesting run because it has the storm much larger and bringing much more impacts in a much farther out radius. You know, you're by the 29th in the morning, you're seeing bands from the GFS all the way into North Carolina, Virginia, up the coast, South Carolina, with probably even some gusty winds, more like an Isaias look. How Isaias was very stretched out and bringing impacts much farther out than the core. But it is interesting because it has Humberto getting slingshotted a little bit in a few of its hours, right towards the west pretty much. And it has 94L doing the same thing. So what I think is going to happen here is we're about to see a Fujiwara effect where Humberto is going to get slingshotted almost towards the Carolinas, and then 94L is going to get absorbed, and then Humberto is going to go very close to the Outer Banks and then go out to sea. It's a very complicated forecast because we're talking about in this case we're talking. Oh well, okay, okay, that is interesting. This is like
It looks like it's polling.
I don't even know what to say here.
If your fans want to notice, Weather Kingdom, funny fact: the last time a Fujiwara effect has happened in the Atlantic was a I name storm and an H name storm in 1995. And
That's crazy.
what do you know? Our name storm that we currently have, it's an H. That's the one it did it for.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Also, okay.
I would like to. Pat. I'll go. I just feel like a worst case scenario. If this were to hit Florida, it would be like a Chris and a Gene from 04. Like how, Chris pushed Gene into Florida. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, depends on how it tracks.
Yeah.
This is weird. The GFS wants to create, I don't want to say it, but I would like to see the evolution. Actually, let me quickly look because the European 12Z, I don't want to say it. I've been actually looking into Hurricane Sandy. I'm not saying it's going to be anything like that.
Oh, no.
But the Euro model had a similar Hurricane Sandy happening. I do not believe it because it's very far out. But you never know because the Euro has been on to stuff a little bit quicker. But I want to look at the ML. Okay, so that's interesting. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Okay.
So basically on the GFS, you guys see that? We got a building high to the north of this, both of these areas right in here. And this is the same thing the Euro shows, is a very strong building high. And if this storm, if Humberto does not catch this weakness in the ridge, it's going to do it. And with this low pressure right here, what that's going to do is pretty much make Humberto go nowhere and pretty much get slingshotted right into the northeast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that is interesting because the last time we seen a setup like this of a weird pattern, believe it or not, it was Hurricane Sandy in October. It is interesting. I'm not saying, I mean, take this with all a grain of salt, but anything is possible right now.
Okay, so if you're saying that this thing's supposed to get slingshot from what, another low, you're saying? If I'm correct? Then
from 94 out.
Then it kind of would put my theory incorrect if it verifies.
Because there's a very strong, look at this blocking high up here with extremely cold air blocking. Pretty impressive for this time of year. Really blocking.
130.
Yeah, so that low pressure is getting more and more broad based off of the latest GFS.
Which one?
94 out.
Well, it doesn't mean it won't come back around, but it's getting yanked out to sea.
Yeah, for now it's getting yanked out to sea.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Models. Let's wait for the GFS to finish.
What happens with the GFS? It has a weak. Look at this. So it looks like the high pressure wants to start building in, but it gets weak right here in the last frame at 126. We still got that high up here trying to get north of it. If it can just do a little bit faster and get pulled like up to here, what's going to happen is this trough axis right here, this weakness in the ridge, instead of this going out like this, it's going to get pulled right into the northeast. So I'm not saying... Basically, it's very interesting that I'm not saying it's the same outcome of 2012 with Hurricane Sandy, but the thing is, there's a lot of moving parts, and every single, I mean, it's a very, very, very complicated forecast. The latest GFS has both of these systems kind of surviving, but it also creates impacts, even if it doesn't make a landfall, along the coast. So that is something to keep an eye out, and that's very major. But you see this, it looks like it's going to go out. This is 138. And this is that, see? So in this scenario, the GFS, this will go out to sea because that trough kind of actually comes in. Instead of the European having this high pressure connecting with this, it will go out.
It does kind of look like it's coming back to the northeast, though.
Which hour are you out?
On my 138.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. What could also happen here is this hits New England. New England.
134.
134?
144, it's going out to sea.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going out to sea.
Yeah, I see that too. All right. Is it okay if I...
Yes.
I need to leave in a couple of minutes so I can get ready for bed, but I want to kind of emphasize something. People were talking about worst case scenario, and I wanted to kind of give my take on this.
Okay.
If that's all right. Mm-hmm. Worst case scenario is if this outflow continues to shear Humberto. That's the worst case scenario in this case, and I'll explain why that is. If that's the case, Humberto is going to take a lot more time to consolidate. It's going to take a lot more time to organize, and it's going to take a lot more time to intensify. The longer it takes to intensify, the further west that Invest 94L will ultimately go before the Fujiwara effect kicks in. And what that means is that potentially could put more of the Bahamas in the line of fire, potentially put parts of the East Coast in the line of fire, more so than what we're seeing with some of the models now. And what we could potentially even parts of Florida as well. I wouldn't rule that out as if this shearing does continue. Now, in terms of how long will it continue, we're not 100% sure. But what I will say is the longer it goes on, especially with that outer shear being as powerful as it is right now, mainly being influenced by the LOC further up to the north, that's going to hurt Humberto more than it's going to hurt Invest 94L. And if that keeps going for even another 24, 36 hours, that's going to potentially pull it further and further to the west, and we'll definitely see that as well as a potential relocation to the south in per each model run.
And you know what you know what we say, Pat, always to that type of stuff?
We're looking at
a new ball game. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but I hope you saw the Yankees yesterday clinching the playoffs. That was lovely. A little off
Cal
topic.
Raleigh got his 60th home run tonight. He deserves to be the MVP. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, crap. Really? So he...
Yeah.
He actually might be Aaron Judge home run.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
wait and see.
Baseball talk aside, I'm going to get off to get ready for bed.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on. I'll be streaming Friday night.
See ya.
Hope to see all you guys there.
Hey, Pat.
What time?
Yeah,
What time?
Canadian has a hurricane going right into the U.S.
Oh, what's up, Kent?
I was wondering what you thought of the AI model, which showed a weird South Carolina landfall and then coming out and going back.
Pat,
What's
do you
up?
see the Canadian? It has it going right into the Carolinas. It has a further west solution, like you said. And it goes right into the Carolinas as a hurricane.
Well, I can quote those
That might be
models.
taking into account the
Spaghetti models.
relocation to the south.
Yeah.
Right there. As well
Well,
as
I
the
can
fact
quote
that
those
the north
spaghetti
was
models of that.
sheared.
That's
Actually,
at
might
108.
take
It's at
that into
108.
account.
You're not going to have to stay around much longer, Pat. It's at 108. We're probably going to see it make a Carolina landfall.
I want to wait for more data, but
Also, we got almost 80 people watching at midnight. That is pretty impressive. I really appreciate
subscribe to
everybody.
Weather Kingdom, guys, and I'm gonna get going. Pat's Path Predictor will be streaming starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central on Friday night, and we can't wait to see you there. And we're gonna stream. We're gonna stream on. Actually, I can't stream Saturday night, but we'll figure out a stream schedule for next week, so that way we can keep it going. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing off for tonight. I'm getting ready for bed. I have a long day tomorrow. I'm potentially getting a documentary out on Friday, so I'm hyped for that. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. Have a nice night and stay safe, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Pat.
Have a good night.
Good night, Pat.
Well, they can do something for me. Go to the models. Or not the models, but the
So,
spaghetti models.
looks like the ECI went, oops, the wrong Carolinas, and then turned back and hit the North Carolina.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm looking at the current Canadian. Yeah, okay. This is interesting.
Okay, 979.
Going right into South Carolina.
That's what, a cat
2
equivalent?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's interesting. That's why we need to take everything with a grain of salt right now. There it is, 975, right into South Carolina.
Yeah, that's got
That's
a
really
good
the board?
shoot.
Yeah.
We do need to watch that because it's that southern. The Canadian has it more southern. It has that southern solution happening.
Oh, why does
It also has
look...
a proper core.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
So,
strong.
go on,
I,
Elsie.
wait, I just want to say...
Oh crap!
I just want... Wait.
Yes.
I just want to say something real quick. Why does it look like, not... Well, on this, 94L looks like it's gonna slingshot, Humberto into the northeast.
I know, right? On the Canadian, I was just about. It is possible on the Canadian because look at that.
Happens.
It has a.
It's going to swing it around.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
That ridge.
So what's going to happen here is our I name storm Imelda, or however you say, is going to help to Imelda will help to. Oh my goodness, this pretty much goes right into the northeast. So you're telling me the Canadian? Okay, no way the Canadian's about to do this. Oh my goodness, it is. Canadian's about to show 2 hurricanes making landfall across the East Coast. That is. Please tell me that's a joke.
Hell no, man. What?
The hell? Nah, wait. You tell me the Canadian's about to just do double tag team on the East Coast. Everybody that's along the... Remember, take this with a grain of salt. It is... I mean, even though... This is 120 hours out. This is in 5 days out. It's pretty crazy.
It's actually kind of close, if you really think about it.
It is.
526 hours out. It's buried in the South Carolina.
But I'm just saying, that the ridge could force it away.
Yeah, I would like to see the other models because the European has a very similar solution, and it shows even stronger.
It doesn't look like it's about to Fujiwara into literally where
wait, nope, it's going out to sea now. Wait, oh no. Yeah. What in the world? It splits. Oh wow, look at that. Look how big the I-name storm becomes. That will bring impacts all the way into Virginia.
Of course not.
Yeah, that also has a proper core.
A very proper core.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
See the eye feature.
I don't think we have seen this too often.
That's the worst hurricane South Carolina has seen in a very long time.
Look at this double duo of moisture. You know, can we... It's pretty crazy what the Canadians showing. It's showing something I have not seen in my weather career.
Bro, have you seen...
Tag team time.
Don't say that, but it's like Zero said in my chat, it is an outlier for now. You know, there's multiple solutions and case scenarios. Let's look at the the GFS has a different case scenario, but the Canadian and European, I think, has done better with the system. And the AI models also have absolutely, I think, in my opinion, I know you might not agree with me this with Zero in the chat. I know you haven't agreed with me in the past on it. But the AI models have done good on this type of stuff.
138.
It's going into Georgia. It's going into Georgia. Through South Carolina.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, what in the... Okay. Good news is... This, it splits. This becomes over here, so that's good. So it ain't gonna do 2 storms. That would have been even weirder, in my opinion. But look at... What's one thing that sucks, too? It stalls.
I just realized something.
Like Hurricane Florence.
Well, and Helene. Didn't Helene stall?
But look at that. It stalls right in South Carolina as a major... Oh, no. Don't tell me you have another wave in the main development region down there. Oh, keep that away, please.
Yeah, that's another wave.
You making me look.
Weather Kingdom?
There's actually 2.
Weather Kingdom?
Yes.
Why does it look like according to the CMC, why does it look like Humberto is getting fed from 94L?
Because it is.
Intensifies.
It is. And also it's weakening. So the stronger storm is still in a 400-mile radius, so it is doing
Kinda looks like a jet interaction,
also,
in my opinion.
Really?
Pretty impressive here. 50 hours out. Yeah, look at that. Wow. If that thing stalls in South Carolina, that's why we need to watch everything. Is it about to go off the Atlantic coast again? Oh, nah. What in the world?
Can I just mention something?
But look at the icon, though.
Oh,
what were you about to say?
Yeah, so both of the systems have gen interactions on the CMC.
Okay. By the way, let's hit up to 820 subs. If we can hit up to 820 subs, that'll be very greatly appreciated. We have 70 people watching. We have been crushing it tonight.
Oh, wait, what did you say, Ken?
I think it's going to go back into the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
So 150, it's headed back to.
Yeah, LT, you are about to say something.
Yeah. I did mention this at the beginning of the stream, but I don't know if you heard, I don't know if you noticed, if you were watching his stream, when we were covering, Gabrielle.
Yeah.
Just a reminder for whoever who's tuning in, we're actually witnessing something historic. The first hurricane warning of the year. Not only that, it's in the Azores, which hasn't seen a hurricane warning since 2016, January 2016, from Alex.
Wow.
Pretty
And the
impressive.
first impacts to Portugal, Spain, and possibly Morocco, since I think it was Vince of 05, right?
No, you're wrong.
No.
2020.
Look at the icon here, though. Icon has both of the. Okay, Icon has Humberto getting much closer to the United States. But I feel like the icon's off here because I don't think it's going to be that close. But it could. Because it has Humberto becoming a Category 5. And it did the same thing with Aaron.
Anyways, I've got to go right now. I'm just gonna have breakfast and possibly I'm gonna keep watching Weather Kingdom stream. Everyone subscribe to Weather Kingdom.
Thank you.
I gotta go. See y'all later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Look at that.
I'm not gonna be surprised if the AI hasn't sniffed it out.
Let's look at the AI because I know you guys are very interested. We got 70 people watching at 12:30 at night. That's crazy. You guys are amazing. We crushing it.
Going into South Carolina, coming out, and then going back into North Carolina.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Yep. I thought you would. Okay. Okay. You guys. This is.
We saw it, right, Ken?
Okay. What? Okay. This is just. That's crazy. That's very impressive. That too. Okay. That's. We don't see this often on the models. Let's just say. This is a scenario of the. Hey, remember the AI models have done good, but I don't know. This has basically both of these storms forming. Humberto to actually become a very strong hurricane, become very west. It also has 94 to make a landfall where the CMC is probably as a Category 2 hurricane. Wouldn't be surprised even stronger because we're going to be taking a look at some of the water temperatures and stuff also.
Yeah, I think what the AI is saying is actually could happen.
And then it goes inland, and then it goes back out into the Atlantic, and survives as a tropical storm, and then actually re-loops and makes landfall where it actually made landfall of about maybe 50 miles a little bit north into North Carolina. Look at that. Slingshots it into once again, almost a strong tropical storm right back where it made landfall before. This
can I also point out something else?
Is interesting. Yes.
Something else to point out is if it was to make landfall and hit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, come out and then hit Jacksonville, North Carolina, those are the two most populated cities in the Carolinas on the East Coast.
But the 12Z Euro did have a different solution where it does become a hurricane and they get both slingshotted like the icon out to sea. So things are still changing.
If it hit Myrtle Beach and Jacksonville, North Carolina, that would, in damage, in a percentage of money, would be crazy because it's so populated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not buying with the AI for now. That's a very interesting That's interesting. We looked at the
so
icon.
insane.
Let's look at the European. We're gonna look at the 12Z, 18Z, and 6Z of today. So 18Z, just a FYI, very interesting. It has the Canadian scenario, and it does develop 94L and Humberto. By the time 94L does become the I name storm, Humberto is probably now forecasted to be a hurricane on the 18Z. Looks like Humberto will strengthen gradually throughout tomorrow. And then basically, Euro has this moving very slow in the Bahamas, causing rains, winds, gusty weather, and impacts to worsen as this will continue to develop. We got 70 people here. That is crazy.
Can I say this real quick?
Yes.
The Canadian model at 168 hours has it back in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh. Okay. We'll have to look at that. It does have it gradually becoming a hurricane and even into a strong hurricane on the 18Z and a Category 4 Hurricane Humberto. Remember, the Euro has done absolutely amazing on this stuff, so I'm not rolling it out. But we remember, these are all different case scenarios I like to see, but it does have this riding up the East Coast just like the CMC, just like the AI, and just like the AI ensembles and the European ensembles. And this is very hard to believe. It has almost a major hurricane just off the South Carolina's coast, while we got a almost Category 5 Hurricane Humberto. So you're telling me this is a Category 3 hurricane, and then almost a Category, I'm going to put it down as a 4 right now. So a Category 3 and a Category 4 in less than 400-mile radius.
So, you remember how I told you that these models are predicting a Category 4 to Category 5? That seems like it's going to happen.
What is really crazy, Devin, is that we're talking about 5 days out. We're not usually when we're talking about these crazy scenarios, we're talking about like 10 days out.
Yes.
We're talking about 5 days out, and we have no freaking clue what's really going to happen.
Yeah. So in my opinion, look.
What might happen is it might just rapidly intensify.
Both of them. But look at oh my, Euro has, okay, this is the Euro. Tell me, this looks like a fantasy book here. It has a Category 5. This looks like, who has watched the Day After Tomorrow movie? Why does this look like, let me just quickly pop it up. Just for the fun and sakes. Remember, take this with a grain of salt. Day After Tomorrow. Take this with a grain of salt. It just, 18Z Euro looks a little doomsday off the Carolina. I mean, it will be seeing 2 major hurricanes.
But all of these runs look like fantasy runs. Every single model looks like a fantasy run.
3 hurricanes. I want to. Yes. Where's the model? Look at this. This is what they look. This is from the movie, you guys. What in the world? Look at the Euro. Just look at the Euro. If we had one more hurricane like right here, you know what this will completely remind you of? This. This is not humanly possible. So, just for the fun and sakes.
It's hurricane possible, though. It's hurricane possible.
But look at the Euro. And it's not just one run. It's been showing it, and it's been getting worse on each run. So are we actually about to see... Okay, just imagine the European scenario playing out, having a Fujiwara effect. This is like, imagine seeing this on satellite. 2 major hurricanes with 2 identical eyes, but you can see the banding features wrapping around with both of the storms. Does this have satellite? Oh, it does not. But look at the 200 millibar wind shear. It's crazy. It's durable for 2 storms. Somehow they do not shear each other, and it creates one massive pocket of no shear, and it feels impossible because and with the dry air, what in the world is this? This doesn't look humanly possible. The European, I feel like, is on drugs. Because look at this. Has anyone ever seen a model run show this? Hey, thank you, Bella Forever, with the $10 donation. You rock. Thank you. We got 80 people watching. We got more people than earlier watching the stream. That is crazy. You guys are crushing it tonight. We have had multiple donations. We got subscribers tonight. You guys are amazing. Yes.
Look at the VC chat.
Okay. We got 80 people watching. In what? Mine? In mine?
Yes.
Sky Trevor. Yep. That also looks like it. Yep. Yep. Wow, that's crazy.
I think it's Irma, Julian, and Arcane from 2017.
Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy. But look at the Euro. What's your guys' opinion on the Euro? I mean, is this really possible? Like, it has... It's hard to believe it.
I mean, wait.
Look at the wave heights.
It happened in 2017?
With what?
Maria, Ophelia, and... Wait, what's it? No, it was 05.
Yeah, there
yeah,
was
05.
in Gulf of Mexico.
No, not in the Gulf of Mexico. Out near, literally, actually, maybe in the same place.
Look at the wind barbs on this. You got, either way with these not making landfall, you still got 50, 60 mile an hour winds well into the inland coast on the 18Z because how superstorm sandy this looks. And then look at the 12Z. It also did a very similar, just a little bit different. It had it more closer out to sea, but rapidly becoming both major into hurricanes. But then the Euro does something like a Sandy in the 12Z. And I don't know if I can believe this because the runs are ridiculous. It has it wrapping all the way back around and crashing into the Northeast as a Category 2 hurricane. And I just don't know. I mean, the European is showing doomsday for every run. This was 12Z. If we looked at 6Z, it had doomsday again, both hurricanes. But the 18Z is historically, I feel, not possible.
You know one thing that we should do?
If you look at the ensembles, basically saying it's going to be a North Carolina landfall.
One thing that we should do is grab geostorm type elements and just obliterate one of those hurricanes.
So.
Weather Kingdom?
Yes.
If you want to know what I'm talking about the trifecta. Ophelia, Nate, and Maria from 05.
Let me look at that. Wait.
I actually have it up. I have it up right here.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go to your screen. I want to see this. Let me look. Oh.
So Nate and Ophelia were both roughly the same miles an hour as each other, and before
do they ever combine?
No.
Okay.
But the point being is that there were 2 hurricanes.
That's pretty
Possibly,
impressive.
maybe could have been 3 in the same in roughly the same location. So realistically, can it happen? Yes. Is it normal?
No. That's impressive.
But it can happen.
Yeah.
And this proves it. But realistically, this is
very hard to come back at.
Hard. Yeah, because realistically, Maria could shear Nate due to this band right here, right? This outflow.
Very impressive.
Oh,
That,
shoot.
look at that. Look at
the ensembles.
I know.
Yeah.
I still want to look at that. I was not. I mean, I don't mind being streaming a little bit longer than expected, because you know what? We got 80 people here watching me at.
Go back to 2005.
Thank you for that. That's very great data. We got almost 40 likes. But can I quickly let's take a look at some of the ensemble data, because I need to keep going before we end up being live all night. The Canadian has, if this scenario happened with the Canadian, it does bring absolutely devastating impacts across the Carolinas, with 1 to 2 feet of rain all the way into central South Carolina. I mean, this is a lot of rain. The GFS. Oh, what happened? Okay, good.
Oh no, I was just saying it looks like that wave in the MDR is trying, according to the CMC for the Canadian.
Pretty crazy here. Let's take a look at some of these ensembles. Let's have some fun with the ensembles.
Oh yeah.
It's not fun. It's not good news at all, because
isn't.
It's extremely bad. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So this is the AI models were actually the first ones to see double duo systems. So once again, the AI ensembles has done just a wonderful job lately on this Atlantic hurricane season. Yes, see two named storms. Also the European ensembles.
Has one going into Jacksonville, Florida, like the border between Florida and Georgia.
All right, this is the next 4 days out of one of the FNV3 AI model. This becomes it. The thing is, the European is agreeing with the AI models, because the European wants a major hurricane in the next 3 days. And look at the AI models. It has it quickly. And once that shear is done, it has it quickly doing a Westpac type thing and becoming a major hurricane in matters of rapid intensification in just like 24 hours into a major hurricane, while the AI models have another forming hurricane right over the Bahamas, just like the Euro. So the Euro and the AI models are in very good agreement, and the Canadian. And now the GFS is slowly but surely catching on to it. It happened with this whole hurricane season that the AI models saw everything first, and then the European catched on to it, and then the GFS was the last one. We are seeing the same thing. So the AI models are really, really scaring me, because they have done really well. This is the next 5 days. Look at this. So these ensembles are into Category 2 strength. Heading right into the East Coast here. While we got a Category 4, even almost a Category 5 in a few of these ensembles out of Humberto. So could we see, I mean, even these 94L to quickly strengthen? This is also possible. I mean, this is impressive, in my opinion. This is in the next 5 days, you guys.
I want to tell you something.
Yes.
Like before the stream, me and Kent were looking at the Google models. They have their own site. It's called deepmind.com or .google.com, and it shows like the current storms. Oh, wow. And when I was looking, I saw Humberto having a Cat 4, and I was like, bro, what?
It's not wrong. I mean, look at this one.
But
this AI models have generally the Carolinas with a Category 1, Category 2, and even some of these into a major hurricane. And then it has another Category 4, category higher out of Humberto. I mean, this is
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
That looks
18Z.
like the end of the world for North Carolina and South Carolina.
22.
This is the next 6 days, actually.
6.
It has a lot of these ensembles
Oh,
make...
wow.
I mean, this is not like a week out. This is pretty close, you guys.
Yeah, this
Look
is
at this.
very close.
That's a strong signal.
That's a very worrying strong single. And the AI
Um,
models have done really, really good.
Didn't that happen with Sandy
Kind
as
of.
well? Not the AI, just like the Euro first, and then the rest of them catch on, and then
Yes.
the last one that caught was the GFS.
I mean, yes. But look at this. This is a little bit weird. This
That's
AI
what
model
really
has it much more south. Oh, what in the world did I just do? Oh, what in the world? Let's
Look at that. They're so tight on the Carolinas.
Let me quickly fix this.
Here,
Look
hold
at the
on,
G.
I got. Oh, go on.
Look at the GD. Yeah, let's go into here. Let's go 120 hours out. Look at that. Very weirdly, this set of AI models have Humberto becoming much more south, but also becoming a major hurricane. And then it had it's a little bit different outcome here, but it eventually does turn. Whoa, wait, what? What in the world is Humberto hitting the Bahamas? This is a little bit off, in my opinion. I don't think it's gonna go west like that. I mean, if it stays weak, I like to see that. This AI model is a little bit more doomsday because it shows one storm into the Carolinas, and then it pretty much just shows doomsday again. I mean, look at this. Pretty nasty.
Yeah, if that was to hold true, the second one might hit Florida. The first one might hit the Carolinas.
The 0Z, this is 60 hours out on the GEFS. Let's go into 12Z. Let's go look at this sucker. I don't like looking at the GFSs. They never do a good job.
Which Z are we at right now?
Okay, European. Let's look at you.
Weather Kingdom?
Yes.
Which Z are we at right now?
0Z.
All look like all the ensembles look like they're gonna hit the Carolinas.
Look at that.
I'm also at 0Z. By the way,
yes.
what is this?
What?
There's one mall that goes through Miami-Dade into Monroe, south Monroe and Miami-Dade County, and then out intensifying in the Gulf of Mexico.
By the way, we're at 813 subs. Thank you for the latest subscribers. We also have 80 people still watching and 40 likes. It is almost 1 in the morning. And the amount of support that we have been on with this live, I mean, this is most out. Now all we need is the subscribers. And then I will be officially completely monetized on YouTube. You guys have just been awesome.
Okay.
Stop from being monetized. What do you need? More 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah, now I need subscribers.
1,000.
I have all the watch time hours.
So, by the way, and then it, flaps Florida again in Pensacola with a tropical storm that moves into Alabama. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's just one, but I see like four other runs that go into Florida.
We have bad
news. I think I counted like 12 or 13 going into North Carolina.
Look at that.
Three into Georgia.
Let me look. Oh.
4 into 4 into South Carolina.
Let's get up to 815 subs tonight. Let's do it before we end the stream. Let's do it. You guys are amazing.
Of that?
Thank you, everybody, for calling me the legend. Trust me. Right? See, I'm mad tired, but you guys are keeping me up. So you guys are literally the gasoline right now. But very greatly appreciate all the support.
But Weather Kingdom, what do you think of this?
Look at that. It looks like, I'm telling you, it really looks like the Carolinas are going to get it in the ensemble.
Yeah, we're going to have to really watch that.
$10 donation.
I'm giving.
Oh, thank you, Swimson, with the $10 donation. Thank you.
I'm giving both the Carolinas a 40 to 60% of landfalls. Georgia like a 20, and Florida. Georgia a 10 to a 5 to 10% of landfall. And Florida, a 15. Bahamas is probably like 80 to 90.
I would agree with that.
Oh my!
I would agree with that. Probably with the coast, U.S. coast, I'm gonna lower the chances.
What?
What? Really?
I don't think it's gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna. It's probably gonna put watches out and maybe some warnings, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna make landfall.
Yeah, sure. For now, we'll have to see.
Sure, the spaghetti models are showing it, but I don't think it's gonna do it.
We'll have to wait and see.
The operational models are suggesting it's not going to do it, but the spaghetti models are suggesting it is going to do it.
Actually, some of the operational models do.
Okay, hold on. So this is the thing. You have two things that are coming in. Operational models and spaghetti. Spaghetti says that it's going to make landfall. The operation says it isn't.
Some of it does.
Well, the problem is we don't know which one to agree on.
Correct.
See what game here that we don't know which one to agree on.
When's Recon going into both?
I don't know. I can look.
So I want to quickly look at the satellite here because I am seeing something very interesting with 94L. Remember that low-level center that the models are saying that it's going to come north of the Dominican Republic? And I was talking about, look at this. It is a little bit sheared, but the shear should die off in the next coming days and in the next coming hours. There is a big blow-up of convection just north starting to develop, just where that wave axis I was saying, because when we take a look at the shortwave, remember how I was saying that generally it looks like our wave, our wave is like this right now. We got low-level winds doing this and then coming back into here. And now we're starting to see a little bit more convection on the northern envelope of the envelope. Okay, and the model's been showing it. So I would love to see how this continues to progress. Okay, thank you for another $10 donation. Wow. Thank you for another $10 donation. We have crushed it tonight with donations. Very greatly appreciate it. Thank you. This means the world, you guys.
I am being told that another 10 flights are being scheduled just for this invest.
Could be.
So they're doing something that we're unprecedented.
That's a lot of flights for one invest.
Yeah, because
there is scheduled to be another 1, 2, 3, 7
You're kind of breaking up.
94 another flight, 7 more flights,
you're breaking up a little bit, by the way.
Yeah, it's my fault. For invest 94 out.
Also, you guys, not good. 94L looks like it is still dealing with a little bit of shear, but it is becoming a little bit better organized as we're starting to see a little bit of a shrimp look now.
Here's that source.
Look at the shrimp look on not Invest 94, Humberto. Look at that, little bit of a shrimp beginning to look. Look at that. We got Boomya right here. Look at this beautiful shrimp starting to take away. It's a little bit, it looks like a seahorse.
By the way, there is that source that you need to know.
On what?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's in general.
but I would lean towards believing
Check
that
general.
that system.
No, general chat. Just general chat. Or Pat
What's
is,
DMAX gonna do?
I would lean towards believing if that storm strengthens, it's better.
what the control, just normal chat. So general. Normal general.
I'm not too good at this ever. I'm really losing it. I'll look at it later. I mean, I know there's flights. I know what website you're talking about. But look at this, Humberto. Huh. Interesting. We have took a lot here. We still got probably another 30 minutes or so. Thank you, everybody, for the support. You guys have crushed it.
Yeah, Pat's shocked that this is happening.
Thank you,
It was
you guys.
scheduled of 10 flights, and I believe there was 3 for Alberto.
Look at the true color here. It is a little bit interesting. Look at that rotation. That's what I really want to keep a watch out. You saw it even earlier coming off Puerto Rico. You guys see that? Let's just play this, and I want you guys to draw this out here. You guys see this spin in the low levels, and then kind of wrapping right about in here.
Mm-hmm.
That is where it's interesting, and with that latest convection just developing north, I want to see if that becomes more of a blob, because that could really help the low-level center. Because look at the convection down here to the south. It's dying off. So, that's something to keep an eye out for. Okay, so we looked at the ensembles. Okay, we have looked. Hey, Weather King, the prayers for Carlos Mom Weather ain't everything. What even happened? Bring Pat on. Oh. I wish I could. Oh, thank you again for another $10 donation. Very greatly appreciate it. I wish I could bring Pat on, but he is currently actually sleeping. I would if I could.
I'm chatting with him in general.
Also, what happened with Carlos? God bless you, Carlos. Aw. Sorry to hear that, Carlos. Oh, wow. Several strokes. Wow. Hey, Carlos. That really stinks. Wow. I wish the best for you, man. All prayers and all thoughts. The whole weather team will.
What happened with Carlos?
Look at the chat. Okay. But let's look at the hurricane models. We forgot one thing there is the hurricane models. Even though it's 1 in the freaking morning. And I think it's crazy. Because we are freaking crushing it tonight. Oh, God. What in the... Okay, let's get the HERF. So this is Humberto. Humberto on the HERF. Okay. Wow. HERF model loves a small, compact Category 4 hurricane. Pretty crazy in the next 4 to 5 days.
Yeah.
And that's been showing. But then 94L wants to make a landfall into North Carolina as a Category 2 storm. But look how of a look this looks. It looks like an Isaias bringing impacts much further outwards. I mean, look at this. You got rain impacts all the way into the Delaware area. So pretty crazy.
Does it look almost like Ophelia 2005?
Huh.
It
I
has
mean,
that Ophelia look?
Look at that. I mean, that is pretty impressive. I mean, even wind gust here on the latest HERF, if this impacts the Carolinas, I mean, you still got wind gust, 114 knots of gust, and generally a millibar of 973. So this does bring major hurricane wind gust. And look at the hurricane and tropical storm field of winds. Very large. A lot of heavy rain, storm surge, if the HERF was to become true. I wish we could, I can't do that. Okay. So let's look at the HMOD on Humberto.
That's insane, by the way.
Oh.
I'm looking at that going on.
This is Humberto on the HMOD. Generally, yeah, look at this. By tomorrow night, this will start rapidly strengthening. So we're definitely going to be live tomorrow. Hopefully a little sooner. I can't promise anything. We almost have 50 likes. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for Simpson with another $10 donation. We have done $10 donations. We have gotten $100 tonight. Thank you to everybody. This is going right into
Honestly, I kind of agree with what
the hurricane models.
Zero said. It's worth it to avoid a damage, unlike other weather departments. Like,
oh my, H1 has a category 5 out of Humberto.
The GMA and Indian Meteorological Department.
Look at that. H1 has a 937 out of Humberto. So it looks like big ace producers regardless. Yeah, 147.8 knots of wind gust. Yeah, that is.
Winds.
What?
The winds. That's 10.
Yeah,
that's,
if.
That's 145.
100.
Oh, 121 knots.
That's cat 4.
Probably a strong 4.
So it's 140. It's 140 miles an hour.
Yeah, 140. 139.2.
All right. That's the H1 on Humberto. 94L. This is 0Z coming out. Let's look at 18Z. Generally has this to develop into a hurricane and impact the Carolinas. Once again, as a strengthening but very large storm. Looks like this next storm will be very large and very heavy
It's so essentially what we like to call this, and we like to compare this to another event called Andrew or not Matthew, that drove around the coast and hit a little bit of North Carolina.
Hey, thank you, Rainbow. Have a good night.
Also, kind of
good night, Rainbow. We don't worry. We're not gonna be on any, too much longer. I'm not gonna be on here at 2 in the morning. I'm kind of just. We're kind of looking at the hurricane models, and then I want to take a look at the water temps, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream because I've been live for a while, and I'm actually starting to feel it just a bit also. And I really have a big, massive test tomorrow, but I'm doing this for you guys, so I'm hoping I can get some pretty good sleep after this.
No telling what you're going to wake up to, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm thinking that when I wake up, I think 94L will be.
Will this actually happen or no?
70, 90. Or somewhere close.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Simpson, with the $50 donation.
Oh my god.
Damn, thank you, Swimson. W. Thank you so much. That is Oh my goodness, you guys tonight. Wow. God bless all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. That is crazy. Thank you, Simpson. Wow. You guys just want to make me tear. You guys just keep on making me want to tear up. You guys just keep the motivation going. Even without these donations. I mean, we still got almost 70 people watching. I mean, you guys are not just a base now. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's crazy. I remember when I was doing these lives and there were only like 1 or 2 people watching and I never had a chat. Like, it feels good to be talking to actually people. Thank you, Simpson. Very.
Okay, so tropical weather outlooks are being issued already.
All right, let's keep going with the hurricane models because I'm really starting to lose my head.
Wait. Before we continue, why does that look like this band up here? Why does that look like
Tornadic?
a supercell?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What the that's more if this happens. I'm not gonna look at the details, but it's something like the Hurricane Hmon. It will be a major tornado impactor. I guess for you guys, we're gonna be live every single night, and sometimes even doing 24-hour streams. I think we're about to be crushing it.
Well, I'm gonna be enjoying it if this goes my way.
Thank you, DST. You guys are just awesome. My goodness, you guys. Ooh, half's coming out. And look at that. All the models are even. I'm not going to be here for the hurricane models. I can't. I wish I could, but. Look at the halves A becomes a. Oh. As Humberto becoming a full-fledged Cat 4 and then weakening. Huh, interesting. Look how.
Hey, at least.
Oh, and that's why as it going into the Carolinas, Humberto pretty much targets the East Coast. Look at that, crazy, beautiful.
Look at that eye.
It's a little bit.
Look at.
One of the things I'm gonna point out here is, if you look at the cone of it, it looks like it's pointing directly at the Carolinas.
Look at the 18Z halves A. Generally keeps 94 all week and stuff.
And I think what I mean. If you look at it, it does look like it's pointing.
Yeah.
Well, all the ensembles say North Carolina.
Oh my goodness! The halves B has a Cat 5.
I will believe it when I see it. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah.
Why does that look like an EWRC though?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like
934. Look how small and compact the hurricane models have Humberto becoming. But then it has a weakening. And why does that do that? Because look at further out. There's the Outer Banks. And also look at to the south right here. 94L becoming the dominant. Very unique pattern setup in my opinion. Yeah, look at what in the okay. That's bull crap.
Okay.
That is convectively.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, see, half speed has it developing into a hurricane here. So very interesting data, you guys.
Where out is the has B? How many hours out is it?
I'm not looking at the 0Zs, but the 0Zs are like 21 hours out on the halves B. Halves A has it 12 hours out. The Hmon is 27 hours out. Okay. Very interesting stuff here. So we looked at all the hurricane models. All right. Now I want to take a look at the water temperatures quickly. I know we are been live for a while, but look at the water temperatures. One thing. What? What did you say?
Can you go?
I said it's bathtub water. That's the temperature of the water.
Yeah, what worries me is a lot of these models have this grazing or even impacting in the Bahamas. And whatever way this does go a little bit further like this, or even a little bit further like this, the path on 94L is into absolute extreme hot waters with major OHC. So that is going to be rocket fuel. And if also with
I think
yeah.
I think the models are complete. I think the models are completely underestimating that factor. I am not going to be surprised to see rapid intensification that the models are not picking up on.
The thing that could scare me, is if it stays a wave and tracks in between Cuba and
That probably won't happen.
Jamaica.
That probably won't happen. But that would be
Hope
scary.
And remember, we're going into a La Nina. We're actually I think, in a La Nina right now. It's negative 0.5 Celsius in the Nina 3.4 region. So what's gonna happen in the layer date? Could we see some more storms? Hope not, but it could be. We could have. Yeah, we should just watch out.
I agree with you, man. Let's look at the Canadian. What in the world? Canadian has it going back out into the waters like the European aphis, and then go right into Florida. That would be major rain.
Of course it does.
What in the world?
Of course it does. But it'll probably likely be a depression or like a low.
That's crazy. Oh, we forgot to look at something. European 18Z Euro ensembles. I know we just keep adding and adding, but why not?
It's important to get everything.
Look. Okay, 18Z Euros. Look at that.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Or even look at that. Some into Delaware, Maryland. Okay, we talking now. Let's get up to the Northeast.
But this could be a big but. The potentially it could do a Chris and a Gene.
Yes.
There's always that possibility.
We'll have to see, but yes.
Yeah, but it's also, remember,
most of the ensembles are suggesting North Carolina. Most of the ensembles are suggesting North Carolina, and then the next group is suggesting South Carolina. So it looks like it's definitely going to be a Carolina storm.
Okay.
And of course, some are north, like in Virginia and Delaware.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some other stuff. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go into the world quickly. I just want to take a look. I don't know how I have energy because I'm freaking out of it, man. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Your Weather Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm dead. Weather Kingdom. I'm dead, Weather Kingdom. I am beat.
Hey, Ken.
Oh, no. Look at the European. I wanted to look at this. Look at the MJO in the Caribbean and the Atlantic by October 9th. Up, the Atlantic hurricane season ain't over, y'all. It's showing. We still got 60 plus people watching. That's crazy. Look at that. MJO favorable.
What'd you say, man? What did you say, LT?
Look at my screen. So this is Gene. So you see how like Gene tracked like actually almost exactly like where Knife 4L is. And it goes straight north towards North Carolina, the Outer Banks. But then because of Chris, it shifts. It shifts out to sea, but then something and then Chris pushes it towards Florida. Not saying that this will happen. I'm just saying that it can happen, and it looks like if it doesn't like Fujiwara, it could Humberto could push 94L into Florida.
Yeah, we're gonna be ending the stream very shortly because I am.
We're still waiting for that. Okay, so here's the thing: we're still waiting for that statement out. So we're basically waiting for the automatic tropical system forecaster to release the coordinates for it. Then maybe.
Yeah. I'm going to be ending the stream, you guys. I think that's going to wrap it up. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. I need to get some sleep. I can't go anymore, honestly.
I gotta work on a lifetime video.
But you guys are amazing. Let's get up to 50 likes, everybody. And whoever hasn't subscribed, let's get up to 815 subs. Come on. We need 2 more subs to get to 815. You guys will make my night if we can gain 2 more subs. Also, let's hit 50 likes. And then you guys, please share the channel. Let's get more people involved. Let's get to 1,000 subs in the overrun. And also, in these streams, let's keep adding more people. More is the better. Let's get up to 200, 300. Let's just keep going up. Let's keep creating the channel. Let's keep doing it because we have a lot of data to cover over the next coming weeks in the tropics. Like I said, no matter how tired I am, even if I'm pulling 24-hour days, I will still go live. And even if I'm falling apart, I think I know who's gonna help me and keep me afloat. It will be you guys. Honestly, will keep me afloat until my body gives out. Honestly, and my weather team will keep make sure I am very well and good. But for that being said,
Heck, I might be able to promote my own stream.
It's looking more and more like a Carolina landfall. Like I said, if it makes landfall in North Carolina, I will definitely provide you with live coverage.
yeah, definitely.
Same here.
If it land, yeah.
If you guys are new, please like and subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. Come on, let's get 2 more subs. Also, have a good night, you guys. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. I might be on patch stream. I do get out of work sometimes 9:30 on Fridays, even 10 o'clock. It depends. I need to talk to Pat. And then I'll probably, if he does stay on 11, then I'll probably go live around 11. And we'll kind of do it that way. But for that being said, you guys have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please subscribe, like. What?
Can I plug my channel one more time?
Yes, you can. Or actually, any of you guys can. You guys deserve it for the night. You guys can promote it. Don't worry. You guys are amazing. You guys have been helping me a lot. You guys deserve it.
My channel is youtube.com/@Kent.
Just put it in the link. Put the link in the chat.
Because I'm not a mod.
Aw, crap. You should be a mod.
Weather Kingdom?
Yes.
I'm contemplating if I should start streaming.
You should.
How should I start?
Or you could just keep going on with me. I don't care.
Well, yeah, but I'm just curious of how well I could do, but I don't really know that much about it, so.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end the stream, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, everybody. Everybody here, let's say goodbye to the stream because I need to get some rest. So if you guys feel free, you guys want to say goodnight?
Can you see it? I put the link. Can you see it?
Yes. We're at 47 likes. Let's do it. 814 subscribers. You know, I'm not leaving here until we get to 815. Let's do it. 815 subs. We're 1 away, and we're 3 likes away. Come on, you guys. We can do it.
Come on, one more.
Come on, we got one more. Let's do it. We got 27 people left. Who has